A 5-minute daily habit that slashes colon cancer risk by 50%. The $4 billion detox industry is furious I'm sharing this. I'm about to expose 12 secrets that top gastroenterologists at Mayo Clinic and Johns Hopkins guard like classified information. These aren't theories. They're battle-tested on over 100,000 patients. Stick around for number 7. It's so powerful that oncologists study it as actual cancer treatment. But first, the lie that's killing millions. Stop. Before you buy another colon cleanse, know the shocking truth. Your colon doesn't need detoxing, ever. What kills more cancer cells than chemotherapy, but 95% of Americans refuse to use it? Fiber. But not just any fiber, the exact type that makes cancer cells literally self-destruct. Harvard's Dr. Andrew Chan tracked 100,000 people and found something mind-blowing. 35 grams of fiber daily equals 40% cancer protection. But here's the kicker. You're probably eating half that amount. Most healthy people are fiber-starved without knowing it. Steps 1 and 2, your fiber arsenal. Hit 35 grams daily for men or 25 grams for women, non-negotiable. Power sources: black beans, 15 grams per cup, raspberries, 8 grams per cup. The Mayo Clinic trick? Add 5 grams weekly to avoid digestive chaos. Soluble and insoluble combo equals cancer-fighting machine. This one change beats most cancer drugs, period. So here's the thing, you have 37 trillion soldiers protecting your colon right now, but most people accidentally massacre them daily. Your gut bacteria are your first line of defense. The Weizmann Institute proved that people with healthy gut bugs have 80% fewer precancerous polyps. The horror? Americans have lost 40% of their protective bacteria in just 50 years. Now let's talk about feeding your army. Steps 3 to 4, feed your army. Prebiotics like garlic, onions and asparagus, you need at least 10 grams daily. Probiotics such as kefir, sauerkraut and kimchi, make sure they have live cultures only. And here's the timing secret. Spread these throughout the day for maximum impact. But feeding good bacteria is useless if you're poisoning your colon with these inflammation bombs. Why do some folks eat garbage and never get cancer while health nuts still die young? The answer is chronic inflammation. Memorial Sloan Kettering found that high inflammatory markers equal a 300% higher cancer risk. These foods are literally feeding cancer cells, so let's move to steps 5 and 6, the inflammation purge. Eliminate processed meats. The WHO classified them as carcinogens, ultra-processed foods and trans fats. Add turmeric, 1,000 milligrams daily, omega-3s at 3 grams daily, and green tea about 4 cups. But here's the game changer. One spice so powerful that oncologists study it as a cancer treatment. What exercise cuts colon cancer risk by 24% but only takes 25 minutes daily? The American Cancer Society tracked 146,000 people for 20 years. The results were shocking. Any moderate exercise for 150 minutes weekly equals massive protection. That's barely 25 minutes daily. Now, on to steps 7 and 8, the protection protocol. Moderate cardio for 150 minutes a week, or vigorous exercise for 75 minutes a week. Resistance training twice weekly is crucial for hormone balance. Daily walks of 8,000 or more steps can reduce inflammation by 35%. And here's the timing: hack post-meal walks boost protection, but there's a daily window when your colon is most vulnerable. People who drink 8 glasses daily have 45% fewer colon polyps, but the type of water can make or break your protection. UCLA's Dr. Susan Devkota proved that dehydration lets toxins marinate in your colon longer. Steps 9 to 10, water warfare, timing magic, 20 ounces upon waking, 8 ounces before meals. Daily minimum, half your body weight in ounces. Quality matters, filter chlorine as it kills good bacteria. Temperature trick room temp or warm as cold slows digestion, but one beverage increases cancer risk by 18% per 12 ounces. A 10-minute procedure prevents 90% of colon cancers, but 35% of Americans refuse it. This is insane. Dr. Douglas Rex from Indiana University high-quality screening prevents 9 out of 10 colon cancer deaths. Step 11, screening mastery, age 45. First screening, not 50 anymore, every 10 years if normal. The prep secret. Follow instructions exactly, as 90% of failures are due to poor prep. Choose wisely. Ask about adenoma detection rate, which must be over 25%. Step 12, the quality difference. Family history. Start 10 years before their diagnosis age. Same-day recovery to normal activities. High risk factors need earlier. Frequent screening. This single decision can save your life. But there's a hormonal twist. Hormone balance, folks. Women have a 25% lower risk of colon cancer, and you might be wondering, why is that? Well, it's due to hormonal protection that, believe it or not, everyone can hack. Harvard's Dr. Edward Giovannucci says, insulin resistance is the strongest predictor of colon cancer. But here's the kicker, 88% of Americans have metabolic dysfunction. So what can we do about it? Let's dive in. Now, intermittent fasting, specifically the 16-8 method, can improve insulin sensitivity by 31%. Strength training is another key player as it helps build glucose-absorbing muscle. And don't forget about sleep. Aim for 7 to 9 hours because sleep loss can increase cancer risk by 36%. Moving on to toxic elimination, did you know that common household items can increase cancer risk by 70%? NYU research has shown that certain plasticizers are linked to colorectal cancer. So, what's the real detox? Well, consider using glass or steel storage instead of plastic. Opt for clean personal care products that are free from parabens and phthalates. HEPA air filters and houseplants can also help. And when it comes to produce, prioritize organic, especially the dirty dozen. And finally, let's talk about nutrient armor. Specific vitamins can cut your cancer risk in half, yet 80% of people are deficient. According to a 20-year Harvard study, the winners are vitamin D, magnesium, and folate. Vitamin D should be 2,000 to 4,000 IU, magnesium between 400 to 600 milligrams, and folate 400 to 800 micrograms from food. Synergistic combos like D with calcium and folate with B12 can also be beneficial. Night shift workers face a 35% higher risk of colon cancer. It's because your colon has its own internal clock. Disrupt that clock, and cancer risk can explode. UC Irvine's Dr. Paolo Sassone Corsi discovered that gut bacteria follow circadian rhythms. Disruption leads to inflammation and DNA damage. That's why late-night eaters tend to have higher cancer rates. So how do we protect ourselves? The circadian shield is key. Consistent sleep at the same time daily, even on weekends, is crucial. A 12-hour eating window, finishing 3 hours before bed, helps too. Light timing is important. Aim for bright mornings and dim evenings. Keep your bedroom cool, around 65 to 68 degrees Fahrenheit for optimal recovery. When you align with natural rhythms, your colon's protection goes into overdrive. But how do you implement all this without losing your mind? Trying to do everything at once? That's a recipe for failure. But there is a specific sequence that guarantees success. Let's explore the 90-day colon protection protocol. In month 1, focus on the foundation, the big 3. Add 5 grams of fiber weekly until you hit your target. Make 30 minutes of daily walking non-negotiable. And schedule your colonoscopy today. Month 2 is about optimization with the power moves. Improve gut health by adding fermented foods daily. Try 16-8 intermittent fasting and cut processed foods by 75% to reduce inflammation. Month 3 is where you master the fine-tuning. Add supplements like vitamin D and magnesium, reduce plastic exposure in your environment, and perfect your circadian rhythm for better sleep. Now let's talk about your colon health score. Rate yourself 1 to 10 on each strategy. Focus on your lowest scores first, because small improvements compound into life-saving results. And here's a reality check. Colon cancer kills over 50,000 Americans yearly, but 70% of cases are preventable. These aren't just tips, they're your survival guide. Which strategy shocked you the most? Share your ColonHealth score in the comments. Let's see who's ready to take action. If this video could save someone's life, smash that share button. And don't forget to subscribe for more life-saving health hacks that doctors don't tell you. Remember, your future self is counting on the decisions you make today. Disclaimer. This content is for educational purposes only and should not replace professional medical advice. Always consult with your healthcare provider before making significant changes to your diet or lifestyle.